folks, John on the Wingman 115 channel. Thank you so much for checking in. I'm so excited to share with you folks. This month of this year marks the 15th anniversary of the Wingman 115 channel, and I don't know where the time has gone. This channel was formed on December 8th, 2006, which seems just like yesterday, but we have almost 800 videos out there. It's just a mind blow. So what I thought I would do is to mark this anniversary occasion is just break it down. We're going to time travel through the years. We're going to talk about how the channel started, and we're just going to talk about the wild and crazy and zany stuff that has happened on the channel over the years. It's just unbelievable. We're almost at 800 videos. I just can't believe it, and we're still going strong. So if you want to time travel and reminisce about some good old school YouTuber stuff, then I invite you to join me right now. Let's go. One of the biggest questions that I get here on the channel is, one, John, how did the channel get started? And two, how in the heck did you come up with the name Wingman 115? Well, we're going to break it down. In the early days of YouTube, a lot of people don't know about this. YouTube was basically an online video dating site. Now, I didn't subscribe to that. That was before I came along. And when that didn't pan out for YouTube, they switched over more of like just an online video site where you could post videos, anything you want. It was basically the Wild Wild West. Well, at that time, I was heavily into mountain biking and a lot of adventure stuff. And I started posting videos. Basically, they were just videos of pictures, doing like a carousel of photos with music back in the day of some of my mountain bike adventures and family stuff, skiing and all that for the first couple of years of YouTube. And it was, like I said, the wild, wild west. Pretty much you could post anything that, you know, if it wasn't illegal, unethical, or immoral, you could put it up. And I had to come up with a channel name at that point. So a lot of people in the mountain bike community, I was heavily into racing, and we would go out quite a bit. And I made it a point where I would never leave anybody behind because I wanted to help grow the sport. So I didn't want somebody to come out, have a bad experience in mountain bike riding, and then throw the bike down. I'm never going to do this again. So whoever was riding drag, who couldn't keep up, I would fall back. I would hang with them. I would give them some encouragement, help them along, and tell them, look, I was in your place 6 months, a year, 2 years ago. You're going to be right up there with the pack soon, and stick with it. So a lot of people started saying, hey, I appreciate you being my wingman. Well, it kind of caught on. Everybody had a handle in the mountain bike community. Basically, kind of like if you were a Pacific Crest Trail or an Appalachian Trail hiker, you just somehow got a new slang name for you. And that was mine. Everybody knew me as Wingman. So when it came time to develop the channel, I said, you know what? I'm going to make it the Wingman channel because everybody knew me as Wingman. Well, I tried to get an email address, and unfortunately, Wingman was taken. Probably some pilot from Top Gun or who knows took it. So I just started going through Wingman 1, Wingman, and then I liked the number 15. That was my high school number in sports. Wingman 15, taken. So I did Wingman 115, wasn't taken. Boom, I locked it in. Then I officially became known as Wingman 115. The name stuck. I've had it over the years. A few times I thought about changing the channel name because when viewers and vendors and sponsors of the channel, they're looking at it going, what the heck is Wingman 115? Then I have to explain to them, and then they go, oh, they get it. But that's where the name of the channel came from. You gotta just love it. Planes fly over, trucks, lawnmowers. Every time you try to shoot video, it doesn't matter if you're in the woods or here in an urban area, it's going to happen as soon as you turn the camera on. It's just crazy. First started out, I was just posting like family videos, and I would make them unlisted and I would share them with family and friends. Well, I started getting involved again in scouting. I'd been in scouts as a youth. I was an assistant scoutmaster and scoutmaster when I first came to San Diego for my nephew's Boy Scout troop. And then I was recruited again in the mid-2000s. So I was going and teaching skills clinics, and people were going, hey, where do we get more information on gear, and can you talk about some of the gear that you have, maybe post it on a video so people in the troop or people in the district can check it out. It's going to help parents to pick out gear for their young scout so they can go on trips, because in SoCal, a lot of the parents had never been exposed to the outdoors. They didn't know. So they were going to outdoor retailers and getting ripped off and such. So on October 15th, 2009 is what I claim as like the official start of the Wingman 115 channel. Even though we started in 2006, the family videos and stuff really, I didn't count. But 2009 is when I posted my first video. It was a backpacking trip. Me and my relative, we hiked up and ascended Mount San Jacinto. Now that's a huge mountain. It's like over 10,000 feet. I think it's like 10,800 feet. And that was a crazy trip. I posted that online. Got pretty good traction. You know, back in the day, if you got 100 views, 500 views, you thought you were like a superstar, because a lot of people really weren't on YouTube at the time. And the genre that we're in, even to this day, it doesn't compare to like comedy channels and stuff like that. But I mean, we thought we were rock stars back in the day. I talked a little bit about how I got into doing gear reviews. And my philosophy back in the day was I didn't want to do tabletop stuff. Now, there is some tabletop stuff that I've done on the channel. Sometimes I do it out of necessity because I don't have time. But I'm really not a fan of just the talking hands. All you see is hands and the object. I've never been a fan of that, because I like having the personal interaction between the viewer and me when I'm doing a video. I think the talking hands is a lazy way of doing a review. And sometimes, you know, I see these channels and the talking hands are getting 40, 50, 60,000 views. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, and you're trying to figure out how to capture that lightning in a bottle to get people to watch your stuff. But whether I get 1 view or 1,000,000 views, I've always wanted to look into the camera and to be able to get that personal connection with you folks and let you know that I'm just like you. I have a job, I work, I just happen to review gear and do adventure stuff, and I post it on YouTube and we have fun. Let's talk a little bit about some of the influences that have influenced my channel and that have really had an effect on me. One, in my philosophy of how I film, because a lot goes into, we're basically making a movie. And when you're filming a movie, you have to have a beginning, middle, and an ending. Obviously, we're telling a story. So with that, I struggled when I first started putting out videos. You know, some of those early videos were just terrible. And it's just part of the learning process. It's what we go through. And everyone needs a mentor. And I think the universe and the stars aligned, and I discovered a mentor by the name of Andy Tran. Andy Tran is a really good friend of mine, and we started out, I was watching his channel and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like professional quality videos. And this was YouTube in the early days when you didn't see a lot of that on YouTube. Well, I started commenting on Andy's videos, and then we started having dialogue, and then we started talking, and then I discovered this thing called Skype when Skype was new, and we started Skyping. And I mean, we were Skyping every day, and my wife thought I was having an affair with Andy. We would talk for hours almost every day. And Andy, if you follow along on the Inner Bark Outdoors channel, I'm not sure if you're aware that, Andy's currently a law enforcement officer up in the state of Washington. Well, before he was a professional videographer, he used to video mountain bike commercials and downhill racing and doing product commercials and stuff like that. Andy actually went to film school. So I started asking Andy questions. I had him critique some of my videos. And, you know, when you start having someone critique your work, you have to have a pretty thick skin and be able to take advice. And I respected Andy, and I was like, let me know about this. And he says, well, your color correction's off, and you need to improve your sound, and you need to do this and that. And I started taking notes, and I started watching videos, and I started breaking things down. And hopefully you guys noticed that we've gotten a little bit better over the years. But Andy's been a huge influence to really make me want to strive to be the best cinematographer, the best storyteller, and most importantly, the best editor that I can be in each and every video. Another big influence for me on the channel is Dana Webb from Mountain Sports Airgun. Even if you're not into air guns, you need to go check his channel out. He does a lot of adventures and some hunting videos, catching cooks. His cinematography is just insane. And Dana and I have been friends. We've sat around campfires together. We've hunted together. And Dana's really taught me a lot about pushing the envelope, of daring to be different, of thinking outside the box. Like I said earlier, his cinematography is just getting better and better with every video. He has over 10,000 subscribers. He needs to have 1 million subscribers because his channel is some of the best quality work that I've seen in the community out there. So if you're watching this video, please go on over, check out Mountain Sport Airgun's channel. He's got a co-star on there, his dog, Marley. I told him that he needs to take out a major life insurance policy on Marley because she is a darling. And when you're watching his channel, if you don't immediately fall in love with Marley, I mean, shame on you. She really pulls on your heartstrings. So, Dana, shout out to you. Much love, brother. Thank you for being an influence with me here on the channel. I'd like to give a shout out to the people that work behind the scenes here on the channel. For the most part, I'm a one-man film crew. And that gets a little bit crazy because you got to be the producer, the director, you got to be the person in front of the camera, you got to be the special effects guy, you got to be the sound guy, you got to be everything. You got to make sure everything's working all at the same time. And sometimes that can be hard to do. You're at a trade show like SHOT Show, and you got thousands of people walking around. It's hard. Sometimes you can forget to turn the mic on or do this or do that. So it's always good to have a crew with you. Luckily, I'm blessed with family and friends that have been with me over the years that have helped out a lot here on the channel. I want to give them the shout out and the respect that is due. First off, my daughter Ashley, has helped me out on a handful of videos. It's always good to get a female's point of view on some of the outdoor gear, whether it's knives, she's done coffee. I value her opinion. She's very good in front of the camera. I wish she would get in front of the camera more. But where she really helps out is when we go to these trade shows like SHOT Show. And because she'll put a camera down and people are looking around and they bump over your stuff. And so she's helping with that. But most importantly, it's about the family dynamic. I love spending time with my family and friends and being able to do stuff like this and share these moments with you folks. Now, one of the highlights on the channel with my daughter was when we were at SHOT Show a few years back. and I bumped into Todd Hoffman from Gold Rush, and we started talking, and I go, hey, can I get you on camera? And I started doing an interview, or he was interviewing me. It got a little confusing. I'll put a cut in here. And then we were talking about kids, and then he asked if the girl was my daughter, and I said, yeah. And he goes, get in here, and he invites her in, and I'll show a little clip right here.
Is it always fun working with your dad?
Oh, here we go.
I love it.
I paid
Come
her
on,
to
get
say
in
that.
here.
Get over
She
here.
should be the,
Get over here.
She should be, come on, get in there.
Ashley, it's
She
live.
should
Get
be
over
the,
here.
Get over here.
Okay.
Ashley, it's live.
I'm
Okay.
sneaking.
Look at
Here,
this.
I'll stand back.
Okay, so what's it like working with your dad?
I love it. It gives us an opportunity to spend time with each other.
Yeah.
And these are memories that we'll never get back.
Hunter,
So-
what's it like working with your dad?
It's awesome all the time.
Right.
Yeah, I saw
Last night-
the episode in
Okay,
the Yukon
So
when
we're in
he
a-
was
we're
trying
in a
to grade
hotel
that
room
road.
Right now we're at the Venetian. There's 2 beds. I look over. I wake up. Hunter's gone. But all of his bedding's gone. And I'm like, he left. He left the hotel room.
This is TMZ reporting.
Yeah, this is TMZ. I go in the bathroom to take a shower. Hunter's asleep in the bathtub.
Were you snoring?
Yeah, I was snoring too loud.
Okay.
But that's all hearsay. I don't believe it.
Hunter?
I really
If it's,
don't
if
believe
it's
it.
not on video, Todd, it never
It's not
happened.
on
Hunter?
video, it's not true.
I bought earplugs because Dad does the same thing.
Yeah.
And I said, don't take it personal, Dad, but I need some rest.
Awesome,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I might need to hit up like a hearing protection booth for like heavy firearms or something. Because I don't know what to
Right
do.
Aid.
It's
Earplugs, the worst.
It is.
Yeah.
It's bad.
This is
Wow.
what I love about SHOT Show, is people are with their families, they're walking around.
Yeah.
Just average folks, we're striking up a conversation. Nobody's getting like, oh my God, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's some of the fun that we have here on the channel with my daughter and I. It's just a great time. Next shout out to my nephew Jared. Jared has gone with me on a bunch of trips. We're into metal detecting, treasure hunting. He's into archery. He's been featured in a bunch of those videos. Jared has helped out behind the camera as well in the woods. When it's, when it really counts, you need someone, an extra set of eyes or hands to be able to hand you stuff and do things. Jared has just been outstanding. So much love, Jared. I look forward to a lot of adventures in the future with you. Next up is a good friend of mine. I consider him a brother. It's Jaime Leon de la Parra from JLD Instinctive Archery. I think I said it correctly because I always say it backwards. Jaime has done a ton of videos with me on knives, on knife lanyards, on hunting, archery. He is well-rounded, and I love Jaime. We are always thinking about different things that we can do. Next up, Nick, my relative Nick, my air gun guru. It's hard to believe that YouTube gear reviewers don't know everything, and a lot of times I get comments in videos about stuff and people think that we're the rep for the company, and we're not. We're just reviewing the gear. But when there's a question, a concern, something that I don't know in the airgun field, I defer to Nick. Nick and I have been out doing a lot of hunting videos together. Nick's done some videos for me on air guns and about slugs and such like that. And I've always had the attitude of, if I don't know something enough, I'll defer to an expert. I'll put my pride in my pocket. I'm still a student. I try to learn every single day, and I don't claim to know everything. And when I don't know something, or I'm not really unsure, I'm just unsure about something, defer it to the pros. Talk to them. That's what we're here to do. We're here to learn from each other, and a lot of times I learn the most from the comments. So I appreciate every comment that you folks put on these videos. I've learned so much over the years. Now I'm going to share with you some video from over the years, doing interviews with people, stuff that we've seen, just like a highlight reel to hopefully bring back some memories, spark some imagination, and just reminisce about some of the great times that I've had here on the channel. Boom, boom, tsh.
Which also stops blades when it comes up here for a knife fight. So if you got a knife coming, you can parry away and counter back. I won't get you. I know how to fight with this thing.
The fire started up here at SHOT Show with Matt Grant. Buck under these conditions. Tracked him down. We hogtied him. Well, not really. We're kind of like rooming together, but
even still, we hardly saw each other this
it's true.
entire show.
We were like ships in the night.
Yeah.
Check that out. You can cut me all you want. I'm full of blood.
And I've come back very strong, as you can tell. I mean, I was
Okay, we wrangled Matt. We got him on the carpet.
Down on the ground.
G-rated Todd Hoffman from the hit show Gold
Gold
Rush.
Rush, man.
Discovery,
Woo.
baby, yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah. I can't believe
Todd,
we're
it's a
on
pleasure.
Wingman 115.
Neither can I.
Tell us about your show and tell us like...
Oh, you're going to interview me?
Yeah, man. I'm going to ask you some stuff.
So this is like the reverse of the
yeah,
dirt
why
before
not,
your
man?
show.
20 minutes later, he comes back into my office and puts a drawing on the desk. That is this. Like, we didn't change anything.
So El Jefe made the El Chete.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
awesome. You got that Master Sergeant voice, and I'm only an E5. So,
Sergeant Major.
So I'm
Master Chief.
I'm not worthy. We're not embarrassing our kids. We're not doing the right stuff.
Yeah, like both of them didn't really... They don't really want to be on camera right now, do they?
No, it's like awkward moment, but you know what? We love it. Gonna focus on that.
This is Mr. Condor over here. Would
Is it
not be
Mr.
possible.
Condor?
Yes. Do that quick and then show it away.
Do a quick spin for Mr. Condor. Mr. Condor.
Hello, how you guys doing?
There he is right there. Only at SHOT, baby. We take you to it.
All right.
All right, man. Cool.
You can go green side. You can go in the desert. You can do black side with it too. So I dig it.
Maybe I'll have sneak one out of SHOT Show. I don't know yet. We'll see.
We'll do you a deal.
Christmas morning got ruined for John, but
It's back.
we're salvaging it. Yes.
And now it's the new year.
Yeah, because I kept going,
Better.
please, Matt, please show the Christmas present.
Love you, man.
You know, the bromance continues at SHOT Show.
A lot of it's not broadcasted.
That's right.
Yeah.
What stays at SHOT stays at SHOT. There's some new stuff out from Air Force.
Yeah,
Can we talk about
we
it?
can talk about it all day long if you want to, man. I love talking air guns.
It worked out. He saw through the disguise, Wingman 115.
Got the mojo, baby, yeah.
It didn't fool him for a second. He's like,
No
nothing
way.
fancy, dude. What's
That's
up?
it. I'm profiling here at SHOT Show. Thank you.
All right, thanks for interviewing me.
So I'm going to get up close here. The big question is, John, do you plan on hanging up your spurs and retiring? And my answer to that is, heck no, we're not going to do that. I'm excited. Every time I do one of these videos, I'm excited. If you guys don't see the passion that I have and the love for the outdoors, then you're missing out, because I really love what I do. I love creating content. I love the outdoors. I love showcasing gear. I love learning new things. And I love taking you along with me. You folks, you have become friends and family to me over the years, and I am so grateful for that. I have a lot of things lined up. I have so much stuff lined up. What I really need is a producer to come in and go, hey, give this guy a Sprinter van. Just give me a sound guy and a camera guy. We'll hit the road. We're going to make it happen. But even if that doesn't work out, I got big things lined up. My ultimate thing is I want to shoot a feature documentary. And I really can't go into the details too much on that because I've been talking to folks and we're working out logistics and stuff. But I really want to shoot a high-level, high-production featured movie and just share it with the world, share it with you guys, just on the stuff that we love. Hunting, traveling, archery, air guns, knives, gear, boom. Katie bar the door. I have no desire to hang it up, to retire, to call it a day. There's times I've taken time off. Don't get me wrong. Everybody needs to take a little time off, decompress, because the creative process takes a lot out of you. A lot of people don't realize how much goes into these videos. And a lot of these videos, we pour our heart and soul into them. You know, they don't see us driving 2-3 hours to a location. They don't see you setting up and doing all. I'm not complaining. I love what I do. Just a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes stuff. You only see the 15-minute video, but it took all day to shoot. It takes another day and a half to edit. And I just love that whole process. Now I'm just rambling. I'm just giddy. I'm excited. 15th anniversary. Folks, I thank you so much for watching. Most of all, I thank you for your time. I understand that you have a choice. You can watch this video, you can watch this channel, or you can click out, go somewhere else. I respect your time, and I never want to take that for granted. I always want to produce the best high quality production videos with the best content, best storytelling, and I'm always trying to learn to be a better storyteller. We always can improve. And I thank everybody that has helped me, has been a mentor, has been a friend, has been a guide, has been a positive influence with a positive mental attitude and a can-do spirit over the years. It's just been amazing. And I've learned so much from you folks. So keep it up. In the comments below, I look forward to new relationships. I look forward to meeting folks and us just having a great time. And we're going to just keep sharing it with you folks as long as I can. So with that, folks, it's a wrap. I want to thank you for watching this very lengthy 15th anniversary video. Hopefully we can have a 20, 25, 30, who knows. I'll do this thing from a wheelchair with oxygen on in an old folks home. Years from now, you'll be going, man, I remember that guy back when, you know, he used to do this. And now he's just some duffer sitting in a wheelchair in a hotel lobby. But we're going to make it happen, folks. We're going to keep it fun. We're going to keep it zany. We're going to keep it entertaining. And folks, with that, thank you. We'll see you on the next video. Love you all. Take care.